OSG, change the game. Come together, bringing leaders, we don't play. Make a difference, being different, switching lanes. OSG, change the game.
Yeah, my name is Philip Hickman. I got 5 graduate degrees and a doctorate. I did everything in the field of education. So, right now I developed the first voice-enabled reading technology. And basically we use artificial intelligence, natural language processing, and speech recognition to help children learn how to read. So it's actually the first technology. We outperform Google, Alexa, Amazon. We not only can hear the child speak, but we can hear all the way down to the phonemic level. So if a child reads the word bat, we can hear act. And so we're in districts, we're closing in New York, we're in districts all over the United States right now, in Canada. We were just listed as one of the top technology companies in the world. So, we just getting started, man. We had to fix the reading deficit. The statistics, 75% of children in the 4th grade read below grade level. 73% of crime created in the United States is created by high school dropouts. 82% of prison inmates have a reading impairment that has never just been touched or corrected. You know what I mean? And we know the have and have-nots is coming. So 85% of jobs created in 2030 have not been invented yet, but they will have technology and they will have reading fluency. And so either we're going to be a part of teaching kids about their past, about our past, or we're preparing kids for the future. That's how I feel about it.
Again, tell everybody real quick what you do, man, who you are, and how everybody can connect with you.
Definitely, man. So, long story short, my grandmom's, rest in peace, she's the one who taught me how to play video games when I was 4 years old. So I've been playing video games all my life, and it's officially my career now. Then when I turned 14, that's when I started making music, and I became a hip-hop artist, hence the name Hip Hop Gamer. That's what all of that comes from. So fast forward to today, I'm an official brand partner with Hot 97, Logitech G, AMD, Furia Esports, and there's a lot more to come with that, especially with what I'm doing with Dame Dash Studios and Fox Soul and more. So all this stuff is incredible. Also, I have a program called Gaming and Guidance in 5Gs, where we utilize gaming as a way to bring people together, and then we provide character development as the form of guidance, because character is your currency, and we just want to let people know that who they are is the value, and everything else is a byproduct of that value in terms of who you are. So that's a little bit right there. I'm a game journalist. I got my own show as well, and also I'm a character in different video games. So if you ever play Watch Dogs 2 or NBA 2K Playgrounds 1 and 2 and some other titles, I'm a character in those games, and I also do the music for those games as well. And I have the resources and the relationships to put myself in these positions. So life is amazing, yo.
Walters, I just want you to share a little bit about your journey. I want to tell you publicly that I'm so proud of you. I've seen you grown. We don't talk as much as I would like, but my heart is always with you, and I'm always rooting for you. And I definitely want OSG to know what's happening on your side as an assistant principal.
Learned also from, Ms. Hines and other leaders within OSG to lead with love. With Absolutely. All of your stakeholders within your school building. And so my approach when I walk inside the school building is, one, to get to know the students and their families and get to know my teachers, and to just build that capacity and to just lead with love. People really need people to love on them, to pour into them, and to care about them outside of just academics. It's more than just that. And so I've learned that coming into OSG and to the leaders that God has placed in my path. So I'm forever grateful and thankful for that. During that time, the 2 PE teachers came in and they did a charity event where they raised money for the American Heart Association. And the kids that help raise the most amount of money were able to slime the PE teachers. And the children loved that, because it was like, oh, wow, my assistant principal, my leader, she's in this with us. And so I didn't mind. It was very humbling and it was fun. It also built a bond with the students.
It was always a dream of mine to serve as an educational leader in Harlem. I'm a Harlem boy through and through. It never happened, but it doesn't keep me disconnected from Harlem. I'm still very connected to Harlem, and I'm still participating in a lot of what goes on in Harlem. And I'm there next week meeting with some movers and shakers in Harlem. So it doesn't disconnect you. It's still your home. It's still where you're from, and you'll still remain very connected to it, and you'll still continue to contribute to Harlem and to your home. But again, you need to go where you are called, and again, recognize that the work that and the impact that you'll have, it'll only increase the capacity and the things you're able to do in Harlem, regardless of where you end up being employed as a school leader. So again, from a Harlem brother to a Harlem sister, again, and it's always been my dream to serve in Harlem as an educator. It didn't happen, but it doesn't disconnect me from Harlem. It doesn't disconnect me from my, that's my home. And I no longer even live there, but I'm still able to be very impactful on a lot of things having to do with Harlem. So go where you're called, step up to the plate, do your thing. You're a Harlemite forever, and you'll continue to be very connected, and you'll increase the capacity around which you're able to do in Harlem. But go where you're called, step up to the plate, and do your thing. We're waiting.
I want to publicly acknowledge both of you. I love and appreciate both of you. See, I'm getting emotional. I hate that. You both have held me down like no other, right? And, you both are intelligent, well-versed in instructional practices, committed to the work, and you both are the true definition of an exemplary leader.
This journey has definitely been a tough one, especially since my first year was during the pandemic and it started. There's no playbook for it. But I will say the thing that I'm most proud of is coming into PS 224 and just joining the team with fresh ideas on how we can actually just innovate, and redefine what education should look like, in the midst of scholars being remote, in the midst of them having social, emotional trauma and needing healing. So that's been our focus, keeping the culture going, even though it was virtual for a long time. And then now that the scholars are back in the building, it's like, okay, what are we going to do to capitalize and extend what we've been doing?
In terms of education, I am most proud of our resiliency. I feel like, we've always felt like education has been a moving target. It is even more so that now than it has ever been. We've all experienced it in our own school communities and our own personal lives. But I'm really appreciative of the resiliency that we've shown. Everything that you guys are doing now is exactly what the schools need. So I'm super excited to see how partnerships can grow and be linked amongst this community and others, because that's exactly where the world is. Our children are teaching us exactly what they need right now. And for anyone who's not listening, you better start opening your eyes, opening your ears, because we have to switch it up for them.
There's a big event coming up at the end of the month that I want Ro to talk about really quick. I know she doesn't have she doesn't like talking about herself or even talking, period. But I want to give Ro an opportunity to kind of talk about even the journey into what's going to happen at the end of this month.
So, OSG, I want to share with you that after speaking with Dennis a couple of times and really thinking about what I wanted to do moving forward, I basically tapped into what I was passionate about. And for those of you who know me really well, you know that I have a special love for stationery. Stationery meaning pens, paper clips, notebooks, journals, anything paper related, office related, I am in love with, right? And I say all that to say, I remember when I went to college, and I went to college to be an accountant, certified public accountant. And I did that only because that's what my mom wanted me to do, right? And I will never forget making a phone call and saying, I'm going to switch my major and I'm going to be an educator. I'm going to be a teacher. And I would never forget when she hung up the phone on me, because her exact words to me was, teachers make no money. And so I had no support on this journey, but I did it because I was passionate about it. Fast forward to today. Today, I want to announce that on April 30th, I will be launching my stationery line.